Hello everybody, this is Adam, and here we go. Chakra analysis, President Donald Trump, and we're starting with the root chakra. Based on what our characteristics are, I'm going to be going through them and presenting my evidence as such. And just keep in mind, and I want this full disclaimer before we even remotely continue with this is not going to be a partisan as a part of the left or the right. My personal views will be totally nixed from the analysis of this chakra system of President Donald Trump. It is just what I can visually see and the history presented to me. Without further ado, let's get started. Is the root chakra of President Donald Trump closed or blocked? Is he restless? Now, with restless is kind of interesting because it's not, doing multiple things, with a purpose. It's doing multiple things that don't make any sense, that there is no purpose. You're busy for the sake of being busy. And based on Trump and how he has been able to methodically do things, a part of his career and his life in general, I can't honestly say that he is restless. And no person behind the scenes at the cabinet or any kind of Trump organization, anybody, has led me to that conclusion either. Is he looking for something, but not knowing what that is? That is 100% not President Trump. And people can say this all he wants. They can say he's an idiot. My personal belief is that he is playing an idiot. He is not an idiot. This is a very smart man. He knows what he's doing. Clearly, he is a, mogul, multiple-time bankruptcy, where people even get close to bankruptcy and they don't actually become bankrupt. But he's done it multiple times because he knows how to play the system. And I do commemorate that for him because it is it's a trait that I would not personally want to aspire to for the most part, but I can at least credit him for the innovativeness that he has done, and not only with that, but with his show The Apprentice, and obviously now with being the president. People thought he was a joke. He did it. He is the president of the United States. So he's not looking for something but not knowing what it is. He wanted to run for president. He did it multiple times. He has gone on to television since the late 80s and pronounced that his interest in running for president, and he tried in the early 2000s. So this is not President Trump whatsoever. A lack of focus. I think I presented my argument for the most part of his lack of focus, or the lack of a lack of focus, for at least the first 4 minutes of this video. This guy does not have a lack of focus. I think that he allocates his focus to certain things, and there are some behind the curtain characteristics that he has presented that might lead to a possible lack of focus, like with any kind of reading material. If he does actually just want the bullet points of it, maybe he doesn't need the whole context of the situation. It's up in the air right now, but a business person will want the bullet points, and they can kind of get a better grip and or understanding of this. So personally, I cannot say that he has a lack of focus. And he can't sit down for anything. I do believe he probably has the majority of this, but we'll get into a certain characteristic, a certain number of characteristics that lead me into that he might have Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, based on his age and also his physical stance. But that will be for a later chakra, actually. And feeling alone or abandoned. I don't believe he has this whatsoever. So with those being said, and my analysis, I am going to say that Donald Trump's root chakra is not blocked or closed, but is it imbalanced? A lack of energy. No, I cannot say with 100% hyperbole or otherwise that Donald Trump has a lack of energy. He's obviously driven. He's in his 70s and he is the president of the United States. There is clearly not a lack of energy with him. He is very driven to get what he wants. And once again, it's a trait that I very much admire about the man. So I can't say for sure if it was a lack of energy. Anxiety, panic, frustration, resentment, anger, depression. In this list, I would say that he does harbor some anger and resentment tendencies, but I could not say if he had his anxiety or frustrations or depression of the note. I do believe he is very cool, calm, and collective as a part of that, but he does have some anger issues that have been obviously put in the limelight with the media. But I think anybody who has been following President Trump with his whole thing with Rosie O'Donnell especially was a great example of where he holds resentment and anger. Disorganization. Is Donald Trump not organized? No, I cannot say for 100% sure if he is disorganized. As a businessman and as the president of the United States, I think you need to have at least some sort of standard of organization. Either that or you hire somebody to do a lot of that for you. You allocate what you believe will be your weakness to somebody who might have that strength. He's thinking about it like a businessman, so I can't say that he has disorganization. Negative thinking about life. A man who grew up in wealth. A man who has been pretty much in the limelight, at least for the time that I have been alive and my parents. Everybody knows who Donald Trump is for the past 50 years. Even more so because his parents were. I don't believe he has a negative thinking about life whatsoever. 100% not. So with those characteristics, there could be more, but these are the ones that I've established, and if you have a problem with that, then go in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts so far. I do not believe Donald Trump's root chakra is imbalanced at all. Is it open or unblocked? Is he passionate? Love, excitement, determination. These are characteristics. I mean, maybe not love necessarily. That one would probably be the weakest out of those, but he obviously has a passion. He obviously has determination because he is president, where he went against establishment the entire time and he still managed to win. And excitement, I think excitement is kind of contextual. I don't think you can be determined if you're not excited. I think his excitement is more so restrained, not outwardly shown, which I do think is a problem, but I don't think there's a huge problem with it, at least as a part of President Trump. The ability to be resourceful. Multiple times he went into bankruptcy. He has gone through scandals, especially with the Trump Institute and his vodka brand. But he also has gone into foreclosure and bankruptcy with the government for all of his businesses, somehow managed to play it in his favor, and he still came out even richer and more powerful than he was going in. There was never a time when President Trump was not wealthy. I don't believe that it's a privileged thing. I don't believe that. To what we have seen, people have gone into bankruptcy, very powerful men who have been arrested, who have been, who filed for bankruptcy, and we have not had any kind of, issue with that whatsoever, and they just wither away. It's clearly not that. There's something else here. There's a characteristic that I do believe Donald Trump has done his research. He's done his homework about how to do this, And I can say that he is resourceful. He is a very resourceful man. Seeing beauty and purpose in life, even in the worst of conditions. As of right now, we are in the pandemic of 2020. A little more on the outer skirts of it. It's not obviously the heat that it used to be. We've had riots. We've had looting. The country has been divided and wholeheartedly. It's disappointing to see, yes, and maybe I will do an episode covering it, but right now that's not what we're doing. But Trump has shown, or at least has given the perception of, I see the good the good that I have done, which is very egotistical, but that's not necessarily a root chakra issue. That's a character issue. I believe that one is the solar plexus, and we will get to that. Trust me, you're not going to miss it, and I'm not, trying to, say that Trump is a good guy whatsoever. There are characteristics of him that I do enjoy, and this is just cold hard fact. I'm sorry. So, no, I do believe that he does see purpose and greatness in the world, and especially in the United States, despite of what's going on. Keeping a cool head once again. Feeling grounded and connected to the earth. This one is weird because I don't know the guy personally. I would love to sit down and discuss with President Trump about these kinds of things. I'm not 100% sure if he's connected to the earth, but that's more of a physical thing, so I can't know. But with the characteristic seeing, I will say that it's not unblocked. This thing is not blocked. His chakra is not blocked. Maybe there is some partial opening with it, but I can't say for 100% truth that it's fully opened. Just because this one is more of a subjective. Balanced. Is it balanced? A sense of belonging. Yes, I do believe Donald Trump understands his purpose in the world. He is a millionaire. He's been a millionaire for 50 years. Billionaire, actually, not even millionaire at this point. Obviously, he went after to be the president. He's been talking about it for the last 20, 25 years, and he is the current president of the United States. I can say that he does have a sense of belonging in the world. People will know him for a very long time. How people are going to perceive him is going to be entirely different, but we'll see. Clear thinking. Yes, I do believe Donald Trump has a clarity of thought. This is a little controversial, but I'm going to present my evidence to this, and you can say no, yes, or whatever, but obviously this guy is driven. Obviously, he is very passionate, and he does love this country. His ideological position has not changed since he decided to run. I do believe overall that this is not the political view, because your political views can change based on new evidence given to you. Because it's like, oh, you're not a Democrat if you start out as a Democrat. I mean, I was a hardcore communist, essentially, back in college. And then now I'm more of a libertarian who has more of a conservative ideal personally. But these are unpartisan characteristics that I can't, say, oh my God, Donald Trump is the greatest man ever. Because he's not. Ability to set goals. Yes, 100%. 100%. He is a person who sees his goals and he makes it happen no matter what. Once again, a very driven individual. The ability to prioritize. Prioritizing, allocating are going to be different. I don't believe Donald Trump has a great sense of prioritization right now, especially right now. I think that he's thinking about the different things that are going on currently I don't think he's ignorant about it, but I think his priority is in the incorrect place. Feeling secure on your decision making. I believe that he has that impression. I can't say because obviously that is feeling secure. That is a personal characteristic that I cannot say unless I talk to the guy, unless I asked him, are you secure in your decision making? I can't know that. I don't know the guy. But with those characteristics there, I will say that there is some balance to it. But those are the 4 criteria. And based on what that is with the root chakra and President Trump, I am going to give the conclusion, at least to my knowledge right now, that Donald Trump's root chakra, it is opened, not open fully, and it is semi-balanced, not fully. I think that there are a lot of strong characteristics that he possesses, but there are some imbalances and closed characteristics that kind of are to where you don't see that, where you know that it's strong. I believe his root chakra is strong. He knows who he is as a person. If his decision making has dictated where that is totally up to you and totally up to a subjective mind. The only person who could really answer a lot of these questions is the man himself. And obviously I am not there to, do any kind of interview with him. That would be awesome. That'd be great. But I can't say for sure. This is my opinion. I do believe Donald Trump's root chakra is opened and it is partially balanced. But I want to hear from you. I want to hear what your thoughts are about Donald Trump's root chakra. This is my analysis. Put down in your comments below, present your evidence to the contrary, and I will respond to it. I want to hear from you on what you thought about it, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to subscribe to this channel, turn on those notifications to know when the next chakra analysis video comes out, and also check out the first link in the description. I am a person who is still learning about chakras. The individuals with the great course down below have had over 40 years of experience in the chakra plane, have taught people from around the world, and have learned from some of the greatest minds in spiritual history. And I will be sending you a video to give you a clear explanation about it, and it's 100% free as well. All you gotta do is put in an email, and I am the one personally sending you the email. So there you go. Definitely check it out. If it's for you, great. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and remember to share this with all of your friends on all of your social media.